let's see if I can remember how to start this thing up here. Or even the controls that I have set up here. It's been a while since I've flown. Want that on. Let's see, we want battery on. External power on. Just want to make sure I'm doing this right. I used to be able to do this pretty quick, but it's been a while here. Generators don't come on. I gotta do this just right. Otherwise, we have problems. Alright, APU is good. Let's get our... Let me get back over here. Stuff switched on here. Oh, can't remember. I think it's these two. The fuel pumps. And we want to hit these on. Figured I'd do some flying since I haven't done flying in a while. I've been doing some truck simming, and I haven't really been able to do a live stream while flying. So we want to throw our mixtures up to there. And let me make sure I have everything. Generators don't need to come on until I get the engine started. Ignition on normal. I feel like I'm missing something. We're gonna give it a go. We're gonna see what happens here. Alright, so far so good. Once those get on, we can turn the generators on. Or once the RPMs hit right on the screen here, everything's green, we'll throw the generators on. Fuel is good. I should check to see. I did this in the screen, the menu screen before I started, but sometimes it doesn't load in correctly, so I'm going to check. Yeah, it didn't load my fuel, so we're going to go up there so we have fuel and we don't fall out of the sky. Alright, forgot how to get back to the main screen here. Where is... How do I do that? Oh, back here. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't have a route. The master caution here. Now, I want to make sure that worked. Let's check. Yep, we're good. Alright, so... I'm pretty sure, didn't I turn on, that is my fuel pump, right? Yep, fuel boost, okay. Alright, we're good. I think, if not, we're going to be falling out of the sky. Let's see here, where... We'll go APU boost, and then we're going to throw our generator on. And I think we can probably throw this to fly now. And then we're going to go to engine power only. So far, nothing's beeping at me. Looks like we're good. Man, it's been a while. I'm a little rusty. I can already feel it here. Let's see if I can even maneuver this thing. I'm waiting for the bird to warm up here. I can get rid of external power. Oh, where was that? External power off. Let that off. And let's take an outside look if I can remember how to do that. How did I do that? That's on my joystick. All right, she's warming up. And it's a beautiful day here. It's kind of windy here in Kalispell, Montana, but we're gonna give her a shot. Hopefully it's not so windy that it makes me sick to fly. I get motion sickness when the wind is messed up. Oops, I took off on accident, but that's okay. We're gonna go with that. We're good to go. But we're just gonna do a little sightseeing here in Kalispell, Montana, and go for a little flight. Currently taking off from KGPI, also known as Glacier Park International Airport. I had a really cool model of this where it was built out to look like the real thing, but unfortunately Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 does not have that modeled yet. So we get the generic version of it. Oh, my beautiful co-pilot that doesn't like me skimming the ground. I'm gonna go over here and just fly around a bit. Yeah, you can see we have pretty strong winds there. Oh, whatever, lady. Yeah, it's definitely interesting flying again. It's something I have not been used to for some time. We're going to take a flight directly over Kalispell, and then we're going to do some sightseeing around the valley. I had programmed a helipad out of the hospital up here, and made it so I could spawn my helicopter there so I can do rescue missions in this thing, and I haven't done that yet in this area. I should probably set some missions up. That would be pretty fun, rescuing people in this thing. Right now I'm running the infantry skin on this, but it has Coast Guard and a bunch of different skins that I've downloaded for it, so I can pretend I'm rescuing people. Which you have to program. I gotta relearn how to program the rescue missions, so I can do that. But we're gonna fly just down the highway here, flying through Columbia Falls into Kalispell and over Evergreen here. Let's see if I think I'm all centered up here, but it's a bit off. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I thought we'd be pushed around a little bit more than we are now because it's pretty windy here today. Got the good old Rocky Mountains over there and Flathead Lake off to our left. I thought about doing a live stream flight over Glacier Park, but I've flown over that so many times that I figured people have already got tired of me flying over Glacier Park. But yeah, let me know in the comments or in the live chat if you want to see Glacier Park. I can make that happen. But I figured I'd just do a little tour here over Kalispell, Montana. There's the cemetery down below. Right there. And just over here, right there's an Indian burial mound that they built all around. And this is called Woodland Park down here. You can take a closer look here. But yeah, this is Woodland Park. And now we're flying directly over the city of Kalispell. And we have the what you would call the mall, which isn't really anything but a big empty building now, right down below us. And over here we have South Kalispell and the Kalispell City Airport, which is over this way, as you can see here. I'm just giving this flight a go here to test my live streaming out in the flight sim. Last time I tried it, it was kind of glitchy, but it's working pretty good now. So we'll see how it works on this flight. I'm gonna go ahead and fly over the bypass here and over Foy's Lake. And then we'll just check out some of the scenery around here. Take an outside look here. I'm not used to flying outside, let alone inside anymore. This is pretty cool though. All right, here we are, Foy's Lake. I'll tilt the rotors a little forward so I can gain some more speed. A little flyover Foy's Lake here. Yeah, if this works out pretty good, I might do some missions out of this thing on live stream, set some missions up and have some fun here. When I was a little kid, we had family friends that had a dock here on Foy's Lake. I can't remember where it is exactly. It might be that one down there. But I used to do some swimming down here when I was a kid. Yeah, you can tell by the water that the wind is blowing. It's not really affecting the helicopter much though, so that's good. I'm sure if I was in a Cessna or something, it would be somewhat turbulent. We'll fly over the Flathead F or Flathead Valley High School. They hike up, the seniors hike up here and put the F on the side of the hill as a graduation tradition. I thought it used to be over further to the right, but maybe my memory's failing me. I'll fly around here. Check out these rural homes out here. There's a flight path I like to take that has a really cool view when I fly over the ridge, so I'm going to take us on that flight path. And hopefully it looks good when I fly over. It is kind of cloudy. It might be you'll see. I don't want to say too much, but we'll fly down here. Fly over the power lines. I like to land in this field here on this mountainside right here. It's fun. Let me not fly into the mountainside itself by looking down. That would have been bad, but this is what I was talking about. I like flying up over this ridge. Look at that view. Isn't that awesome? So cool. But yeah. Pretty cool. Looks like there's some roads down there. Skim this mountainside here again. Have a little fun skimming the trees. Woo-wee. Oh, hopefully I didn't hit too hard here. Oh, that was tight. All right. Had some fun there, and then we're going to go fly over this way. And then I'll show you another cool ridge I like to fly over. That gives a good reveal. See if I can get yelled at by my co-pilot here.
Pull up, pull up!
Of course.
Roll right, roll right!
I don't want to roll right, lady. Yeah, alright, we're gonna fly back this way. Through these mountains here and see if I can find that area I like to fly up and over. There's Highway 2 going into Kyla and on into Marion. And further down that way, you take that all the way to Libby, Montana. So I'm gonna fly over Smith Lake to see what it looks like. What does it look like in the game? Can catch some pretty good pike in this lake here. They kind of taste fishy in the summer though, because the lake has a lot of algae and plant growth that grows out of the bottom of the lake. So you want to catch some good pike, this is the place to fish. But I hear if you fish when the water's cold, not during the summer, they don't have that fishy taste to them. But yeah, I've caught quite a few pike out of this little lake here on my kayak. It was quite fun, even though they tasted fishy. I think I caught a 42-inch pike out of here, or was it 42 or 32? I can't remember. It was a decent sized pike. But there's a day use area there that you could fish off the dock if you don't have a boat. But yeah, it's pretty fun if you just want to catch fish and throw them back. You don't have to keep them. I think this is this it? I think this might be the ridge I like to fly over. My other ridge, we'll see. It's been a while. I forgot that I had to throw my mixture back. I hope that doesn't burn my engine up. Oh, this isn't the ridge. Dang it. It's up this way. It's up here. It's pretty fun flying these in a multiplayer setting when you have a bunch of Blackhawks flying together in formation. I found some buddies to do that with a while ago. I haven't flown with any of them for a while, but yeah, it's because I've been doing the truck sim. It's really good to be flying again, though. I missed it. Definitely relaxing for me. Somebody's got a nice little place down there. I think this is the ridge I was hoping for. We'll find out. I could be wrong. This has a pretty cool reveal to it, if it is the one I'm thinking of. That over there is Blacktail Mountain, where you can ski. Let's look. Oh, this isn't it either. We're getting close. We're getting close, because Blacktail's right here. I usually fly up Blacktail, and then I think the ridge is right here. This is where... Ooh, I'm dropping out of the sky. I think this is it here. I think... You're calling me a liar here pretty soon if it's not. I guess it is. It could be. I don't know. There it is. It's a nice little reveal there to show you the largest freshwater lake this side of the Mississippi. This is Flathead Lake. Straight ahead of us. And yeah, you can take a day to drive around it. During the summer, there's cherry trees and just a bunch of cool stuff you can check out here. Restaurants. They just put in an alpine coaster so you can ride that down the hill. And what else is there? Sort of like the MS Meats, they've got buffalo jerky and buffalo hot dogs or hamburgers you can buy or eat, which is good. The cherry trees, though, there's breweries. Flathead Lake Brewery. Wow, this wind. I was saying the wind wasn't blowing us around much, but there's some wind up here blowing me around. But there's a Flathead Lake Brewery in Big Fork, which is just off to the left over here, they got really good beer. And then Tamarack Brewery down in Lakeside. And a bunch of cool stuff in Polson. But yeah, you can make a day out of driving around the lake here. They've also have a ferry type boat that you can do a lake tour on out of Lakeside, so that's cool. Yeah, the weather's kind of crappy. It's kind of hazy and low cloud cover, so it's kind of ugly here today, but it's pretty when the weather's nice. Pretty. Yeah, we're at Flathead Lake now. It doesn't look like there's much whitecaps down below, so that's good. Yeah, I could fly down that way, but it's like a whole half an hour before you reach the end of the lake there, so I'm not going to go all the way to the end towards Polson. So we're going to fly over towards Big Fork. It looks like we have a boat on the water. And I think I have live sea traffic, so that might be the ferry I was talking about. I don't know if it is or not, but yeah, you can see how large this lake is. If I had, I don't know, I think I turned the name tags off for the ships, but it'll show you what they are, what the name of the boat is. But it's real life sea traffic. So somebody's out here right now fishing or having fun down below there. We'll fly into Big Fork here. A yacht. I don't see many of these ships out on the lake, so that's unrealistic. The hell is that? Oh, it's a sailboat. Never mind, that's realistic. Somebody's sailing. Man, I should have turned on the ship tags. I can tell who it is. We're gonna fly over Big Fork here. Then I might take us into the reservoir. Yeah, I'll fly us into the reservoir. This is Big Fork, Montana here. We got a radio tower here. I better watch out. Yeah, it's kind of different seeing Big Fork from the air. Alright, I'm going to attempt to fly over the Rocky Mountains here into Hungry Horse Reservoir. Trying trying to figure out, one of these is Mount Aeneas, and I'm not sure if it's this one ahead of me, straight ahead, or the one to the left. I think it's that one there. It looks different in the game. It's not as pointy, but it looks like this might be Mount Aeneas. You can hike up to the top of this peak. Well, you can hike anywhere you want to here, but a lot of people hike to the top of the mount, or the top of Mount Aeneas here, and check out the valley below. Yeah, we are struggling to climb here, so hopefully, I think I can. I made it over these mountains before, but it takes a little time and a little climb. I feel like I'm moving like a snail. We are pretty high. Just realized I didn't turn on any of my lights, my beacon lights or anything. Oh well. Hopefully we don't hit much wind here. We are in grizzly bear territory here. Look at that lake down there. Not sure what that lake's named. As you can see on the map, there's tons of lakes up here. We're gonna go to Hungry Horse Reservoir, which is right here. Yeah, there's a cool lake there. Multiple lakes. Yeah, this is as remote as I think I'd want to get hiking on these steep cliffs. I don't think I'd want to hike to those lakes. No, thank you. That's a lot of work. Some steep grades there that you got to climb up. However, you can drive here. This is where I usually camp. Oops, I shouldn't say that. Giving away secret Montana information here. Yeah, this is the Hungry Horse Reservoir. We'll fly down this way and then we'll check out Great Northern Mountain, which is one of the peaks I've climbed in my youth, or my younger years. I don't think I do it now, man. I've done it three or four times, and every time I do it, I'm like, I'm never doing that again. But it's worth the view at the end. Although I get the view now here in Flight Sim. Look at all those white caps down there. We're hitting wind. Man, we're fighting the wind, that's for sure. I can feel how slow we're flying because of it. It's really pushing against the helicopter. checking out the scenery below. I've only been on this road. I haven't checked out what kind of offshoots there are down below. There's quite a few meadows that I didn't know about. I'm thinking it'd be pretty cool to check some of them out in real life. Alright, I'm going to gain some altitude here. We're going to be flying over to one of the campgrounds that I've camped at here. It's called Murray Bay. I'm not sure how much they charge these days, but I know they, I haven't camped there in years, but I know they upgraded it and added electricity and water, I think, and then expanded the campground. When I camped there, it was all off-grid, and there's an old campground next to it, and I think they rejuvenated it all and turned it all into a campground. And there's a boat launch over here. But yeah, I've camped here a few times. It's right down here. See what they got going. I haven't looked. Yeah, that doesn't look like they've changed much. Looks like they added a little bit of a parking lot down there. We're gonna fly up to the top of Great Northern Mountain here. Just for the heck of it. It's kind of cloud covered today. But yeah, I've had the opportunity a few times to climb this thing, and it was rough, especially the first time, because I was out of shape, and it just about killed me. Because you gotta climb up this hill here, or is it the next ridge over? It's the next ridge over. I mean, you can take this way. Where are we at? There it is. Okay. So that there is Great Northern Mountain. And in order to climb up this mountain, you have to climb up one of these ridges here. Where is it? Okay, I see. We're a little ways away. I've seen people on YouTube slide down that base of the mountain to get down. It's all shale and scree. It's crazy. I don't know who's crazy enough to do it, but they do it. So to get up there, you gotta park at the bottom down here on this road, and then you gotta climb up this ridge line here. And they call this Cardiac Hill, and believe me, it is a pain in the ass to climb up. It's a steep, high elevation climb, and then you just follow this ridge line up. Oh no, that's correct. No, it's this ridge line here. Okay, I'm a ridge line off. This ridge line here, so you see that ridge line straight ahead. You got to climb up that and follow the ridge line over here. And by the time you get up here, you're about done, unless you're really healthy. And then you follow the ridge line up here. You can see the trail down there. Then you climb up this ridge line here. See if I can do this without crashing. Then you go up this, directly below, and you gotta climb all the way up here, up this ridge line, and then once you get up to this point here, there's a trail on the side of the scree there that you climb up, and yeah, they slide down this. Crazy sons of bitches slide down there. But yeah, you climb up to the top here, and you sit down, and you got a view right up here. Quite a view, and there's a glacier right there that you can look at. Yeah, this is Great Northern Mountain, and the view from the top of it's amazing, as you can see. And then after you do all of that, you gotta climb back down. Luckily I'm in a helicopter, so I could just fly off like I'm gonna do right now. But yeah, I can jump out of the helicopter and sit there in VR, and I don't have to ever climb that again. I'll just fly my helicopter up here and do it that way. Although it's not as cool and not as fun, and you don't get the workout. It is what it is. Alright, let's go check out, where are we at here? We could go check out Glacier Park. We're right there. Yeah, let's zip down here. Lose some altitude. I think we're good on fuel. I don't want to lose too much altitude, but I think we're about 8,000 or 9,000 feet there at the peak of Great Northern. And that's what Great Northern Railroad was named after, that mountain there, because it's got mountain goats on it. And they used the mountain goat as their logo. So that's where the name Great Northern Railroad comes from, that mountain there. Well, it looks like we have some live players over here. Man, it feels like I'm just barely moving. I'm fighting this wind. Where's my water at? There it is. So if you wanted to get back to Glacier Park International, you see the mountains there where they drop down into a little valley. That's Columbia Falls over there. You just fly through there, and the airport's on the other side of what they call Columbia Mountain, which is the mountain on the left-hand side there. But we're not going there yet. We're gonna go over here and check out Lake McDonald and Glacier Park and see if I can run out of fuel while doing it. Or go over speed by dropping too fast, but this thing's pretty hardy. I have not yet gone over speed in this thing yet. And I tell you, my allergies are starting to kick in. spring has hit the area, and I am feeling it. Fly up over here and check out the airfield. If you like bush flying, this is a great place to do bush flying up here and in Canada. They've got a bunch of cool airstrips that you can fly to and from, and one of them is just over here. I've mentioned it before in some of my other videos, but this one here is really cool and a lot of fun to try to land at when you're flying an airplane. It's kind of has a unique approach to it, and you got to do it just right. See it right down there? Look at that. Come on down in here, and yeah, you got a nice little bush landing here. This is membership only, though. In real life, you have to pay a fee to land here, but they have cabins and campsites that you can use. So that's pretty cool. And they use the fees to keep it upkept and nice for whoever wants to use it. So I'm going to cut around this corner here, and then we are at the front of McDonald Lake here in Glacier National Park. And this down below is the Going to the Sun Highway, which you take to drive up to the top of Logan's Pass. And then you can drive down into St. Mary's and into Canada if you so choose. It's a pretty cool trip. I haven't checked out the Canada side much, but it's there. It's right on the border here. I've climbed a couple peaks here in Glacier Park, and that was fun multiple times. One time I got stuck in a thunderstorm on a goat trail on a cliffside, which was pretty scary. And yeah, but I realized that I could handle it. I didn't freak out or anything. I just went on like what you would call survival mode and was numb, even though lightning was crashing all around me. And in that same storm, some mountain goats got blown off a cliffside and died. Luckily it was the mountain goats and not us. But it was hailing and snowing. We were on a goat trail and it was slick. My friend almost slipped and fell to his death. It was pretty sketchy, but we made it. In fact, we'll fly up there and check that out. I'm gonna fly up here to Avalanche Lake, and then we'll fly up to Hidden Lake and check that out. Or maybe I'll just fly up McDonald Creek here. So right down there is McDonald Creek, and There's a couple pull-offs that you can check out. There's a really cool bridge that you can cross down here somewhere. It's really, really pretty. If you've never been to Glacier Park, it's awesome. But yeah, this is trying to see if the bridge shows up in the game, but it might not. In fact, I think it's up here past Avalanche Lake, which is just over here to our right. Yeah, it's pretty cool here. This is a cool little hike to get into. If you don't want to do any major hikes, this is a good hike to check out a lake. Oh, this is fighting me here. Come on, let's go. But definitely you want to bring bear spray when you're hiking in Glacier Park, because the bears are everywhere. Even if you can't see them, they're there. Grizzly and black bear are there. So this is Avalanche Lake right here. It's a short little hike. There's also a shorter hike on the same trail called Walk of the Cedars, and you just, if you don't want to walk all the way in here, you can do that hike, and it's pretty short. Good for little kids. But we're going to climb up over this cliff, and this cliff is why they call it Avalanche Lake, because in the springtime the snow crashes down off these cliffs, and there's avalanches that you can actually watch safely as long as you're not at the base of the cliff. So people snowshoe in and watch those take place. So up over here, we're gonna fly into Hidden Lake, and this is the backside of Hidden Lake. You've probably seen it before in pictures of Glacier Park. You can hike up to this too. There's a boardwalk that'll take you up to an overlooking the lake, and it's also worth it if you want to check that out. You can hike all over this place, but I'll show you where that is in regards to, if you've never been here, you don't know where I'm at, but in regards to the visitor center here, it's called Logan's Pass. You can see the trail here that you hike up from. But Logan's Pass Visitor Center is just down here, which is also in American Truck Simulator. It's pretty cool to check out if you haven't checked it out. If you have Montana in American Truck Simulator, you can drive up here. You can take the Going to the Sun Road, and it's pretty good. They captured it pretty well. But here's Logan's Pass Visitor Center. And it gets pretty busy in the summertime, so you don't really, you can't really drive up here in the summer and find a parking spot. So you either have to take a bus or get up super early and drive up here. But as you can see, it's so beautiful up here. This doesn't give it justice, but you can see the landscapes here that are visible from where you're at. I mean, let me bring this down a little bit here and kind of give you an idea. I mean, it's just majestic. Look at this. When you're standing here, it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. But as you can see here, that's Going to the Sun Road. There's the Highline Trail just above it. And you can hike this trail. If you can see, there's a line on the cliffside above the road. And you hike it all the way to Granite Chalet, which was built by Great Northern Railroad. It's like an old rock building hotel kind of deal that you can stay at. You can rent rooms and they give you food and whatnot, and it's quite a cool hike. You gotta watch out for grizzly bears, as they are prominent here. In fact, Night of the Grizzly took place here, just down below. I'm looking right down straight ahead where Night of the Grizzly took place, where people got attacked by grizzly bears. So it's no joke. You just gotta be mindful of it. Wonder if the chalet is visible over here in the game. We're gonna fly over here and find out. Now, I think it's right up here where it's at. Or is it over on the next ridge? I think it's right over here somewhere. Where is it? Where could it be? Thought it was right here on this ridge here. Maybe I'm off a bit. Pretty sure it's right here. I'm fairly certain. I don't see it though. It might just not be showing up because it's not modeled, but it's right down below me, I think, right there. It's where the chalet is. So when you're driving up going to the Sun Road, you can see this view right here, and it's pretty spectacular. It's awesome. In fact, there's what they call Birdwoman Falls that comes over the edge of this. So there's a waterfall that comes off this saddle here, which is pretty amazing to see. But I'm going to show you while I'm here, and I've done it before in videos, but not on a live stream, where I was when this thunderstorm I told you about took place. So we climbed 2 peaks on this journey. The first peak was over there to my right, and we had to climb up this saddle here, but I'll show you where we were when the thunderstorm started rolling in, and the peak we were on, I can't remember. Let me make sure. Yeah, the peak we were on is this peak here. We were up top here looking out this way, and all the gray clouds are pouring in, and it just hit like crazy. And so we had to rush back down this shoulder here, and you can kind of see where the trail is, the goat trail that I was on. There's a line along this cliffside here, so we had to climb. If you can make out this line there, we had to climb or navigate this goat trail along this cliffside, and as you can see, the storm was pushing into the cliff, so we were getting hit by hail and lightning and everything, but we were super high in the air on this cliffside here, and we had to hike all the way up over here to make it back to where we had to go. But yeah, this is the cliffside that we were on. It was not fun. It was fun until the lightning struck and shit hit the fan. But other than that, the first peak we hit before that one was this peak over here that you climb up this stuff here to make your way up this side. I'm looking at it, I'm like, how the heck did we make it up this? But you can make it up this It's possible, and it doesn't look as steep when you're doing it. It is steep, but yeah. I think I might be out of juice here. I don't think I have any climb left in me. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. But yeah, that is where we climbed. And then we climbed up top there to this little knob over here. Here we go. I'm getting left again. But yeah, we'll climb along the top of this ridge here all the way over down to this knob right here. And it's got a view of Lake McDonald and Hidden Lake that you wouldn't believe. In fact, I have a picture from up here of Hidden Lake that I took. But yeah, this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's like I'm back here on the peak. That's so cool. Yeah, I've climbed to the top of that peak too. Can't remember what the name of this peak is, or that one. Yeah, I've been here. I think this here is my favorite peak that I've climbed right here. It's just a crazy view from up here. Let's see if I can land. Let's see if I can land up here. I might jump out and take a look in VR. Just for the heck of it. Come on, let's go. Trying not to crash us. I forgot what my brake button was. We'll find out here real soon. Alright, I'm gonna drop down here. Come on. Drop it. Oof. Alright. There's my brake. Alright, how do I get out of this thing? Shift T? Shift T, I think. Shift C. Oh, Alt T, Shift. Shift C. There we go. Alright. Whoa, that's kind of scary. Alright, that'll fix that. Let's walk over here and check it out. Hopefully I don't fall through the mountain. Alright. We are here. We are on the top of... I forgot the name of the mountain, but I've been here in real life. Look at that view. Definitely one of my favorite hikes ever. Oh shoot, my helicopter. I gotta go back and get it, otherwise it's gonna crash. Time to get back in. Alright folks, I should have turned the engines off, but I didn't. Let's take off from here. Why is my... Everything's all off, disoriented. There we go. Although I'm still a little off here. Let me... Alright, let's go. Let's go back to the airport and we'll call it a flight. Woo! Hope you don't get motion sickness. Watch my speed while I do this. This is so much fun. crash if I keep that up. Alright, back to the airport, and we are done today. The flight around Flathead Valley and into Glacier Park. I believe one of these peaks over here, I think it might be that one, is called Heaven's Peak. I can see that, or you can see that all the way from Kalispell in the right locations. It's pretty impressive. Let's see if I can get some speed going. We'll get down low. Down low and get some speed going. See how low we can get to the water here. Skimming the water. Throw your fishing poles out and maybe you'll catch something. Surprised my co-pilot didn't yell at me. I guess I wasn't close enough to the water. I need to get going. My gas, my fuel gauge, I'm not even sure how to read that. Was flashing yellow. I should probably look at where I'm flying instead of staring at the gauges. Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite places to fly up around Glacier Park. And then up in Canada, there's some great mountains to fly through up there. In helicopters and bush planes. Lots of scenery to check out. Almost too much to look at, actually. I'm gonna try to fly up over to the left here and make our way into Glacier Park International and land there. Before the helicopter decides to call it quits. I'm not sure what my fuel, well, it looks like it's okay. I don't think it's moved any. It says it's 100%. I think I have unlimited fuel on, is what I think's going on there, because I would have used more than I have if I didn't. So yeah, I have unlimited fuel, so I don't have to worry about it. Fly up over here, and then we'll fly over Columbia Falls. And into the airport. see if I can take a screenshot. I think I can in Microsoft Flight Simulator. For some reason, screenshots in American Truck Simulator aren't taking a picture. I haven't tried to find the Mercantile out here. I think I might be flying over here somewhere. Where's the Mercantile? There it is. I think. That might be somebody's homestead. I don't know. We're gonna fly this way though. Take an outside look here while I'm flying. Just about to our destination. Fly through the canyon here. We'll be into Columbia Falls. This helicopter is so much fun to fly. I've been flying it somewhat steady like, being that I'm on live stream, but usually I fly like a madman. All right. Let's get to the airport here. And we are on our way. We did a big circle there. And I think I am going to land in time to start dinner for my lovely wife before she gets home. So it worked out just perfectly time-wise. Trying to see. Okay, there we are. I didn't turn off name tags for airplanes so you can see what aircraft are landing. I'm not sure if that's a live player or AI. Looks like a generic name there, so it's probably AI. Looks like it's starting to get overcast everywhere, so we took off at the right time. So this has been a live weather, live flight. Live time. It's been alive. And wasn't too bad. I thought it'd be a little more rough wind-wise. Just that one point in the mountains there that kind of gave me a little problem. Alright, now I just gotta figure out where I want to land. Where am I gonna land? I'll land on that square over here. See if I still have it. Am I able to land without crashing? Come on. There you are. Oh, I got a little bit of leg there. Well, that wasn't quite where I wanted, but the leg kind of messed me up. I'm blaming it on leg. It's leg. Alright, everybody, let's shut this bad boy down and call it a flight. Those RPMs, wind it down a little bit before I hit the brake. I should have turned the APU on, but I'm not gonna. Hey, why is this not working? Oh, there we go. I actually gotta pull it. Alright, well, we have made it to our destination. So you all have a great weekend, whatever you have at you. Stay safe and Godspeed.